Hey, so happy birthday to Nick Loomis. There he is. Yeah. I guess at that age you still celebrate him, but that's from Mom to Nick. And CSJ basketball taking on the Bobcats from Paul Smith College. We'll get the outside announcements from Bob LaFlamme here in just a second. Coach Graffam's got his team on a roll right now as they've been playing outstanding basketball. You go back to that Fort Kent, Maine game where they had just an outstanding second half and almost overcame a 29-point deficit. Then they beat Maine Machias rather handily, and here we are tonight with another conference game. And they're going to introduce the starting lineup for the Bobcats. It'll be the dark green uniforms. Saints in their home whites. There's Coach Graffam. He'll shake hands. Then the new thing they do nowadays, they all give the refs high fives or low fives, whatever it is. And that is always the best part of the beginning. Pre-game ritual, and Doug Childs will holler it out. Coach Graffam, like I said, have him coming up a intense preseason workout. A lot of expectations for this team. They're living up to it right now. They're probably playing their best ball of the season, and they'll be taking on Paul Smith College. And they're looking to set the tempo early here. Saints a team that can play the up-tempo game. They've got the right kind of talent to push the ball. But if you want to slow it down and play zone against them, they can spread the floor. They have the outside shooters. They've got the slashers that go to the basket. Very balanced scoring team. And their defense starting to really come around now and be intense and shine out there. And Carmel coming off a huge weekend. Rui, number 31 out there. Tyler Harrington, 25. Oscar Parada, 25, getting his second start of the season. And of course, big Rich Ortega out there, number 33. And got a Rich Bailey, 22. He'll run the point. You've met the Saints. We're good to go. We'll zoom in on the tip-off, and we are all underway here. That's going to be Harrington with the basketball. I'll hand it off to Bailey, and Bailey now will set up the game's first play. 35-second shot clock in men's college basketball. You're at the CSJ Athletic Complex in beautiful Rutland, Vermont. And I urge you to get down and watch the game live, and this is going to be Noel celebration. That's actually Thorne. I'm sorry. Thorne with the bucket, the dunk, and the exclamation point on it. And that might get the Saints' attention. 2-0 on the steal and the dunk by Thorne. And I got to tell you, that was getting up in the air. Ortega will swing it off Parada, and Parada will hold it on the elbow. And shot clock, plenty of time, 18 seconds on it. Now, Oscar's been hitting a lot of threes this season. It's going to be Bailey. He'll slash. He'll get inside. There's to give to Carmel. Up and in for Rui Carmel. We'll be tied at 2, and that was good ball movement all the way around by the Saints. Nice passing, and they got the job done. You can see with one more home game, and you got plenty of time to make it. It's going to be against Fisher College, last year's champions in the Sunrise Conference. And boy, down in the paint, a lot of steps, no whistle call, and they'll just recycle the offense back to the outside with 15 on the shot clock. That's Thornton holding up top. They get down inside. Harrington got beat. They'll kick it off on the baseline, and it won't happen. But again, they move the ball around. We got our first foul of the ball game. Then I believe it's going to be on Jimmy Noel, number 5. So it will be Noel this time, number 5. And we're going to see full court press put into effect by Paul Smith. The Bobcats in the green, the Saints in the white. And that's going to be number 44 on the ball. That was Dudek. Saints have been a team this year that really hasn't been bothered a lot by the press. They've actually been able to break and get some easy buckets. Good ball handlers out on the floor for them. Starting with the guy who just had the ball. Ortega will be wiped out. And Rich took out looked like a bowling pin. He went down and took Dudek out with him.
Also on number
Yeah, no shots coming up. Ball will go out of bounds. So I say Bailey out there. He's a good press breaker. Harrington handles the ball well. Carmo does. So, I mean, there are some ball handlers out there. And they got the height to come back to the middle of the floor against any press and bring it up that way. Carmo with the catch, and they got to watch him because he can hit the three-pointer. Ortega, too hard. Turned and fired up, too hard. Rich got a 0 in on his range tonight, and he's coming off a couple big ball games over the past weekend. That's Thorne with the ball, and Dudek with the catch and the steal. Yes, Parada will have the ball slapped to him by Bailey, and Parada now will spin like a point guard. Look at that move by Parada. And Oscar will give the ball up to Bailey, and Bailey will go to Ortega, and Rich will, nope, long and strong, and there's Harrington, had the rebound, lost it on the floor, and will be picked up and cleared out of there by number 13, McGrath. So McGrath now will walk it down the floor in a 2-2 ball game, 2.5 minutes into the contest. That's going to be, that was Noel, 5. This is Thorne, number 10. He opened the game up scoring-wise with a dunk off a steal. They're going to spread the floor and look at that 2-3 zone, and it'll be active 2-3 zone. They'll trap off it. That's going to go across court and be picked up by McGrath. McGrath, with 11 on the shot clock, will come to Thorne. Yeah, they start the countdown, and this is a 3-ball. No. The rebound, Carmo had it, and it'll go off from Rui out of bounds. It's going to stay down. It's into the floor with the Bobcats. They'll have 35 seconds, a new 35 seconds on the shot clock to work with. You see Carmo on the ball defensively against Dudek, and they'll just bring the ball up top. And well, he had the chance for the 3, and Noel will give the ball back now to McGrath. Hard to figure out who's the point because we've had 3 different players with the touch. That time the ball picked up by Thorne, and he tried to split the double team, the trap, and everybody on the floor, and there's the jump ball. Parada got in there, and Dudek and Parada will get up, and it'll become possession arrow facing Dudek and the guys out here in dark green, so it'll become Paul Smith's college basketball and the Bobcats. With 2 team fouls right now, none yet on the Saints. We're early action. A lot of stuff's going to happen between now and the end of the game. Guarantee it. McGrath, 3-pointer, got it. Oh, they let him sit out on the arc, square up, and he just fired away. And Bailey now will weave his way through the full court press, and yet they let him know there's people coming behind him, and he'll throw the ball behind Harrington out of bounds. So with a 5-2 basketball game, the Bobcats with the lead will have the ball back, and it's going to be McGrath with the touch. No pressure this time from the Saints. Again, they'll show you a lot of different looks. They'll go full court zone trap. They'll go man up on you. And then there's a nice little clear out for Dudek, and no. Boy, I tell you what, Ortega working hard, and we're going to have a foul called. Number 42 will be called for the foul, Foster. Foster and Ortega, 2 big guys down there banging away on each other.
Now checking in with Wildcats number 34, Jeff Moore.
So Jeff Moore, 34, as you heard over the PA, coming in for Paul Smith's College, the Bobcats, and this is going to be Bailey. And this time he'll turn around and he'll have no pressure applied in the backcourt. They will not extend the defense. And Bailey and company looking for their second basket of the basketball game, and that's going to be a little toss and catch between Harrington and Bailey, and he'll snap the pass off to Carmo, and Harrington for 3, got it! Tied at 5, a 3-ball by Tyler Harrington. Got to be the toughest matchup at that 3 spot in the conference. Harrington with good size, ball handling skill, and oh, he's going to pick up a hand check foul right there, a hold. Yep, and Victor Valdez coming in the ball game now. So Valdez will come in. He'll run the point now as Bailey will sit down and take a breather, and then Foster take their, as Dudek take the ball out of bounds on the far side. And they'll just get it into Thorne. Thorne wanted the baseline, and Valdez moved those feet in a hurry and took it away from him. McGrath, who just hit the 3, got a lot of company on the perimeter right now. He'll back it out, and that was Carmo on that side of the zone. And Harrington with the steal. He's got a chance for the 2-on-1. They're going to lob it up, and oh, they're looking for that alley-oop dunk play that they had with Rui Carmo against Fort Kent. And the ball will be slapped away from Harrington out of bounds, and Tyler will stay right there on the baseline. He'll put the ball into play off that box formation. Valdez, not a big 3-ball guy. He'll take him occasionally, but he's more of a slasher and table setter, and that pass was knocked away, and that's going to be a foul. Yes. It's just a matter of, was it on the floor, or will there be shots coming up? And it will be 2 shots. So you can see the score right there, Adam, out in the lobby. 5-5, 15:49 to go in the first half of play. And now we have Zach Durkee, number 15. He's at the scores table. He'll be coming in on the second shot. And Thorne will be a little short with that attempt. And also Ryan Kimball coming in. So Kimball brings you instant offense off the bench, and he plays solid defense. He's a physical guy. He's pretty stout and built tough, and he'll bump you physically, and he likes to let the 3-ball go. Thorne's second shot, much better. It'll be a swish this time. It'll become 6-5 now. Bobcats with the lead. 15:47 to go in the first half of play. And Kimball with the catch. Go back to Valdez. And there's Harrington on the trail. Boy, Noel got up in the air, and Harrington able to get the rejection and get it under control. Whoops, I thought they gave it to Durkee. I missed the whole thing. It was so fast. They're moving the ball so quick I can't even keep up with the camera right now. There it is to Thorne, and he'll spin away from the traffic, and I don't believe there's a foul. No, the ball is just slapped out of play, and they'll go on the baseline, and that's going to be Dudek, number 44, and he'll bring the ball into play, and they're going to run the offset box formation. They overloaded one side, and Childs, number 5, at the scores table for CSJ. He'll be coming in. There's the catch, the kick out. Plenty of time, 23 on the shot clock. As you can see the contrast in styles here, as the Bobcats want to run clock and take longer times of possession, run the motion up top, and CSJ wants the tempo picked up just a little bit more than this. There's the kick out, the shot, and Foster won't get the roll. Ortega with the rebound. He's stuck in the trap. He's going to bring the ball down the floor himself, find Kimball. That's up, and Durkee won't get it. Zach, it can hit those. That's not a bad decision to take the shot. He's hit several of those three-pointers already this season. It's going to be taken away by Kimball, and here comes Kimball. Long-range pass up to Ortega, doesn't even try. So Rich will watch it sail over his head out of bounds. Carmel will come back in along with Childs for CSJ. Yeah, so it's 6-5. The Bobcats will have the ball. They've got the lead, and you're watching Munger Vision on PEG TV, Channel 15 Sports. And Saturday, that's right, Saturday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, every Saturday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, games of the week on Channel 15. You get to watch all the local sports for as much as they can bring you. Up and no, that was going to be Noel, and he missed a shot, and a couple buys will crash to the floor, and I believe it was last touch, yeah, by CSJ, Zach Durkee, as he lost his balance and went out of bounds in contact with the ball.
Number 33, Tim Real.
Yeah, so Real 33 coming in the basketball game for the Bobcats, along with Felice, number 3. So rotation starts now off the bench for the Bobcats. CSJ's already gone out there and made several changes. Dudek with the catch, and that's going to be a great play by Childs. Oh, he comes in. He brings a lot of good karma into the basketball game. He brings a lot of energy into the contest. Carmel and Valdez in the backcourt. You see Rui just brought the ball into play, and Valdez with the ball will come off to Childs. And Childs, he can stand out there and hit the three, but he's more of a penetrator and a slasher. Kimball down the baseline. Carmel, one more look, and oh, that's just great passing. Great passing. Pretty good camera work, too. I kept it on all the action, so they'll wait for the trailer, and that'll be Thorne. Thorne against Valdez. Remember, Thorne started the game off with that big bang of a dunk, and it's 7-6 Saints. Very low-scoring first half for the CSJ squad. Lot of steps. Yep. The NBA, that would have been okay, but even in college, that's trouble. So Bailey will come back in, and Valdez will sit down, and they rotate through those point guards. And they call the timeout, so we'll keep it right here with the Saints. We'll get the roster as Harrington comes out to greet and meet everybody, and we'll wait till the coach gets situated. It's a 30-second timeout. And I'll tell you who the guys are on this roster for the CSJ men's basketball team. You'll start with number 1. It's Victor Valdez. 5, as you've already seen how good he is coming off the bench as far as picking up the tempo out there, is going to be Doug Childs. Jeff Heiser, number 10. Number 11, Lewis Watkins. Ryan Kimball's 14. Zach Durkee, number 15. Tyler Harrington, 21. 22, of course, is Rich Bailey. Nick Loomis, happy birthday, it's number 24. Oscar Parada, 25. Rui Carmo, number 31. And, of course, the big man, Rich Ortega, wears number 33. Head coach is Jim Graffam, and Chad Bliss is the assistant. I don't see Chad tonight. No, he's not here tonight. He must be watching on TV somewhere. 13:47 to go in the first half, and that was a Bobcat timeout. 7-6 to score. CSJ with the lead. Durkee below the free throw line deflects to kick the shot out, and no. And it's going to be a foul. Yeah, push from behind on Durkee. That's going to become the third team foul, Durkee's first personal. So the ball will just be put into play now by Moore, and he's going to have Thorne in the backcourt. And Bailey's just kind of coming up toward the midcourt stripe right now, and he didn't pressure in the backcourt, and he's actually going to drop back as they have Carmel with the takeaway. Carmel measuring his steps will go up, look for the dish to Kimball, and block foul. Kimball will hit the deck. That is pretty unselfish play there by Carmel, who had a shot at the shot, and he gave it up for Kimball. I'm not sure Kimball is too thrilled with it now. He got hammered on, but he's going to the line to shoot 2. Yeah, so Kimball with the clock down to 13:23 in a 7-6 basketball game. Saints with the lead, and they will go up 8-6 now. And Ortega will come in for Durkee. And Parada must be coming in for the shooter Kimball because he's still at the scorer's table. The opening game tonight, the CSJ women with the big win, 91-39 over the Paul Smith squad. 9-6 now, Saints with the lead. You see the score right there in the time? And they're going to bring, Dudek will bring the ball into play to Thorne. Thorne again will turn, have an open pathway into the front court. And there's a screen set by Dudek, and nothing really developed off it. Bailey stayed down below it, and that's Parada. He'll come right through the top of the screen. And again, they didn't brush off very well. They're going to make the pass on the elbow. They want somebody to flash down inside. What they're running is that one-man motion offense down along the baseline right now. And that's all Twine. Three-pointer for Thorne. Thorne with 5 of his team's 9 points right now as we go 9-9 to score. We're just a tad under 13 minutes left to play. Rui Carmo will match him. Oh, Carmo smoking the Twine right there. 12-9 CSJ, and got a carry. Yeah, they're going to call that. He picked the ball up and carried it over. Now Harrington will come back into the game. Black socks and all. Then Bailey and Carmo discussing something pretty intensely there in the back court. And Rui coming off a big game against Fort Kent. I think he finished with 29-19 in the second half and pretty much unstoppable the last 9 minutes of that game. Ortega will hustle out and get that rebound. He'll keep it alive, so they'll have a new 35 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Harrington. Yeah, they want to just lob the ball over. There's the catch. Bailey will curl, bring it back. 22 on the shot clock. Parada got baseline into Carmo and got it. They just rotated the ball around the perimeter, kept working the ball down the baseline and got the shot. 12-11. Yeah, they got it on the wrong side. That screwed me up too. It should be 14-9. There we go. Yeah, because if they get points when we get points, that's not going to work out well for us. Up and more. Had a chance at it. Almost stuffed himself against the rim. Parada with that strength able to rip the ball away from being tied up. Yeah, so it's 14-9, the correct score with 11:46 to go in the first half of play. He'll swing it around. Harrington wants to get in the act with the 3 ball, and he'll be off the mark. Carmo up, and nope. He was falling backwards, and he failed to make the shot, and just didn't get enough juice on it. Here comes Thorne. Thorne will accelerate with the pass, and got it. That was Felice from the baseline for a 2-pointer, and it'll be 14-11. Saints lead down to 3. Again, it's Harrington, Bailey, Carmo, Parada, and Ortega out there for the Saints right now on the floor. They're looking for Ortega. He'll just retrieve the basketball. He's still got the dribble. Yeah, he'll go inside, duck up, and oh, he missed it, but what a signature move by Ortega. All that herky-jerky movement, and Bailey will lose it on the dribble, and foul. Oh, it went. The shot will go, and Thorne with 7 points and a chance to make it 8 now, and they're going to bring in Heiser off the bench, and I believe Heiser's going to replace Parada.
The basketball, Floyd Thorne is good. Floyd will be
yeah, so Thorne will get the bucket. Dudek will come out also for the Bobcats. 24, Gary Harris will come in for the first time tonight. And so Heiser, local guy from Poultney, Vermont out there. So in a 14-13 game, the Bobcats looking to get the tie here with the made free throw. And they won't do it, and the rebound will be Harrington, and he'll just protect the basketball and give it back to Bailey. Bailey across the timeline will get it to Parada. They'll slide the ball down to Carmo. All the way over to Harrington. He likes that shot. That's his spot. From Harrington's corner, he'll bury the 3-pointer, and it goes 17-13 to Saints. This is Thorne. Like I said, he's been the offense right now for the Bobcats out there. They want to go down inside, and Moore will back it out, and they'll just run a little weave up top. Or actually, that wasn't Moore. That was Real. Moore is shooting the ball, and he'll be long and strong. And boy, Harrington, see how he is able to hold off the defender, and he got fouled. Held off the defender and tipped the ball to himself. And it'll be Saints basketball. That's going to be 24. Harris will pick up the foul. That's only the 5th team foul. Nobody in the bonus yet. We're at 10-17 to go in the first half. And Bailey will bring the ball down. Heiser will be in the backcourt, and Loomis will be coming in now for the Saints. Loomis at the sideline. He's had a good job at filling his role this year, which is to come in and provide the three-point threat. And he's had a good percentage, and that's going to be tipped. Ball on the floor. It's still on the floor. It'll be picked up by Harrington as it came right back to him. Harrington will just duck underneath the defender, get the ball to Bailey. They want to push the tempo. Yeah. Look at that. Movement to the hole, and got it, Parada. The dish to Bailey. Foster and Dudek and Noel at the scorer's table waiting to check in for the Bobcats. Parada will just stand right there and make the steal. They threw it right to him. Bailey with the basketball now as we're down to just 9:32 to go in the first half of play. And he was looking for Harrington, and that would have been a perfect pass. Heiser had the touch, and they get the ball back up top. Bailey thought about it, let the defender commit to him. Goes up in the air, double clutches, and Rui Carmel will get the ball out to Harrington. Has a ball. You could see it from behind, knocked away, and here's the chance for Thorne. He will go up and get the shot. The drop, no foul called. Whoa. Little home cooking there. 19-15 Saints. Heiser with a long catch. Or actually, it was a short catch, but on a long pass. And Bailey now with the basketball. Harrington, nope. Well, look at that. Carmel will get up, not make contact, tip it to himself, and it's going to be out of bounds off from Thorne. And now Valdez and Loomis will come in the ball game for CSJ's. Bailey and Parada will come out. And that was Nick's mom's idea. I'm sure that wasn't Nick's idea. Have his birthday announced during the ball game. It's a guy thing. You see Noel will give the ball up. Harris didn't know Harrington was there, and he took it right away. Harrington took it away from Harris. He'll go up, and they're going to call blocking foul. Tell you what, Harrington is just everywhere right now on the floor. Yeah, so it is official. It's on Jimmy Noel. That's the foul. And Tyler Harrington right there will be heading back to the line. There's going to be a timeout taken. 30-second timeout taken by CSJ. They're up 19-15 with 8:38 to go in the first half of play. Line has a CSJ timeout. And again, they'll spread the lead to 6 or 8 points, and then the Bobcats will counter with a little run, but they haven't been able to really get a big lead on them. And this is a very good Bobcat team. They got some size, they got a lot of speed. We've already seen that off the opening tip-off and the steal and the dunk. Harrington will miss the first free throw. Ortega's coming in. He's going to replace Heiser. So Heiser will come and take a seat on the bench. He put in a good 2.5 minutes hard work, getting it up and down the floor playing defense. That foul on Noel was his second personal, and nobody else on the floor with more than 2, so everybody in good shape that way. Dudek will bring the ball into play, and he's just going to hand it off to Felice. He'll kill the dribble and bring the ball back to Harris. Up ahead to Dudek. They'll break the timeline, and everybody clears the timeline now, and see Harris with the ball. He'll bring it back to Noel. As Thorne not on the floor right now, he was their main offensive weapon when he's in the basketball game. It's going to be interesting to see now that he's on the bench who's going to step up and take the shots for him. Harris tried to do a little fancy move underneath the bucket and got too far underneath the backboard, hit the bottom of the backboard, and it goes out of bounds to CSJ. Carmel in the backcourt with Valdez. They've got that 5-point lead with 8:15 to go in the first half. And again, more sports coming up on Channel 15. We'll have some MSJ girls and boys basketball, MSJ hockey coming up. They've got a couple home games this week, so got to wrap back up and go down to the ice rink and shoot some hockey. And that's a save and a steal, and it'll go out of bounds off from Nick Felice. It should stay, no, it's going to stay with the Bobcats. It did not go out from Felice, went off from one of the defenders. So Harris will have the basketball. Valdez will pressure him. They'll bring the ball now to Noel. That's Harrington. Yeah, Harrington called for help, but he moved those feet. Look at him move those feet and take away the baseline. 5-second count. I'm about to say there was no foul on Harrington. He just played such great defense. They never advanced the ball forward, and that's a defensive 5 count. First of the ball game, so hats off to Tyler Harrington. Good job. Loomis will get the ball back to Valdez. It was intended for Carmel. It gets tipped on the way in. Foster ended up with the basketball. Now Harris will get it to Felice. Felice sets, fires, and got it! 3-pointer for Felice. And that will close the gap to 2 at 20-18. And that'll bring Zach Durkee back to the bench, and he'll be coming in the ball game for the Saints. Harrington to Carmel. Carmel with the spin. And yeah, they're going to call a push on Dudek, number 44. They called it a chuck. That's the official lingo. So It's going to be a chuck called, and that'll send it. Yeah, what they're going to do is let some of the subs, because it's a 1-and-1, subs are coming in. It's going to be Bailey and Childs, and Durkee's going to come in for a Carmel. That's why he's still at the scorer's table. Yeah, so it's 7:17 to go. First half action, 20-18, Saints by 2, and Carmel trying to do something about that right here and add a couple points to that lead from the free throw line. He'll do it. He'll get that first one and give the ball back. There you go. You got another shot coming up. Durkee trying to come in the game a little early for the shooter. They should let Rui take the second shot. So Rui will zero in on it, and short. Foster with the rebound, and he'll get the ball up to Harris. No numbers. That transitional defense got down the floor and took away any chance for a fast break type of point. And this is Noel matched up against Childs. Childs. Oh, they're going to call the out. Childs got beat to the spot, and he did give him the bump. Absolutely a good call. And I'm a hometowner, but that was a foul. And now Durkee will come in for the Saints. Number 13, McCoy, will come back in the ball game. McCoy started for the Bobcats. Took a long breather. He's been on the bench quite a while, but he does have 3 points in the contest. So Dudek on the baseline will get into Foster. I tell you, they've got a couple of good-sized bodies out there, but they've yet to really go down and post up. And yeah, they're going to call an offensive foul. Yep, Dudek got called for the foul, and he got technical. Now the technical foul counts as a personal foul. And see how good the ref knew where the camera was, because he looked right into the camera and called the foul. That's a well. He's been on TV before. 22-18 is Saints, and yeah, because it's not only the technical foul shots, but it's also the foul from the foul shots. So they got a chance for 4 points here off the free throw. Rich will hit the first one. I got to tell you, I like what's going on in front of me. The official was explaining to Dudek why the call was made and what the call was, and I think that's good. That's good officiating. That's real good officiating. That's a 20. They didn't put the point. Yeah, they didn't put the points up there. Yeah, they got the score on the board here. There they go, 24-18. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong spot. There we go. Bailey will bring the ball. I got caught up watching the scores table. It's 24-18 with 6:52 to go. Plus possession will go back to the Saints off the technical foul. And Kimball at the scores table, he'll be coming in for the Saints. That's going to be Loomis. Yeah, he killed the dribble a little bit early. Nobody really came to the ball for him. And Bailey will come back to Childs. And they want to flash the baseline. Loomis. Might be his birthday, but he couldn't make the catch. His pass was high and long. And CSJ is going to call a timeout on that play. They don't like where they're at right now as far as being in sync. It's going to be a full timeout taken with 6:34 to go in the first half. 23-18, the Saints with the lead. Just score again to 23-18. Kimball in the backcourt against McCoy. Saints come out of that timeout. They want to set up their half-court press, and it's going to be on Durkee. Yeah, he got blocking foul. Didn't move those feet fast enough. He's a big guy. Yeah, it takes a little while to get the message from the head down to the feet. So the ball will just be brought back a few steps beyond the midcourt stripe, and that's where Thorne will bring it into McCoy. That was the starting backcourt at the beginning of the ball game. This is Noel. Carmel quickly off the bench. He'll be going to the scores table. Felice with the catch. See the defense extend on him. He's made a three-pointer, and they know where he is now. Noel with the save, and a takeaway by Durkee. Oh, good hands by the big man. So Bailey to Ortega, back to Bailey. He'll get to the arc, go inside to Ortega, and no. Rebound will be controlled. A lot of bodies on the floor in the background. Long pass to Thorne. Thorne with the catch, the move, and too hard off the glass. There's Noel. He's got it. But tell ya, that is getting down inside the paint. 23-20, lead down to 3 for CSJ, and just a smidge below 6 minutes to play here in this first half of play. Carmel and Foster, I believe. No, Moore. Moore is at the scores table for the Bobcats. That is Carmel, and Childs traveled. Yeah. Doug got in a lot of traffic, took a few steps, and it's going to be a travel and a turnover. So the exception of Kimball, the original starting 5 out there now. 4 of the original starting 5 out there for the Saints. And you see McCoy directing some traffic. He's going to run the point. And get it out to Noel, back to McCoy. He'll work the arc, swing it out to Felice. The good thing about this particular offensive set is they've got some bona fide three-point shooters out there on the perimeter. Baseline, fader, got it! 23-22. Noel with the bucket, and that was a tougher shot than it looked. Now, I don't know if that's an official warning, but they told the Bobcats not to, when the ball comes through the hoop, not to touch it. Now, he didn't say warning, so that might not be a technical foul the second time it happens, because I never heard the official warning. There's the baseline. Kimball will kick it out. Harrington, nope. That ball's going to tip around and come down to Kimball. He'll chase it down. He'll say, I'll take the three ball, and he won't get it. 2 shots, 2 times out, and here comes McCoy. McCoy will just work it back to the inside part of the court, and now he'll accelerate to the elbow. In the corner, got it! Felice will give them the lead now at 25-23. So the Bobcats on a run right now. They have the lead. Bailey and CSJ trying to find a rhythm on offense. They've kind of got lulled into the pace that the Bobcats want the game played at. And they wrapped around Bailey, knocked the ball out of his hands. That'll be Noel and McCoy in the back court. And McCoy this time will have nothing but a free pass to the front court, and he'll just wave Noel by. Saints will switch up defensively now. Felice, McCoy to the bucket. No, had a good look at it, and the ball inside. I can't even see who had it. It's Kimball out of the pile of people that will appear with the basketball. 25-23, the Bobcats with the lead. Harrington for the lead for the Saints. No. Rebound, Ortega stripped the ball going up. It's going to be CSJ basketball on the baseline. Yeah, Rui Carmel will hand the ball off, and he's going to stay there and take the ball out of bounds also. So he'll bring the ball into play with new shot clock at 35. Yeah, he's going to be doubled down low. There's the cut. They couldn't give him the basketball. Bailey, no. Front rimmed it. Harrington will tip it to himself, chase it down, and I believe it went on the bounds off from Jeff Moore, number 34. And that is the call. So we'll go over into the corner and get the ball into Rich Bailey. And again, not a half-court set tonight that's working effectively for CSJ. Ortega with the catch, brought it down. Everybody surrounded him. Ball still free, and we got an injured player. Thorne says he's okay. Yeah, he's checking his lip, and he says he's all right. So the Saints will have 26 seconds on the shot clock, 3:29 on the game clock, and they'll easily get the ball into Harrington. With those long arms, he's able to make the grab. This is Bailey. Bailey against McCoy. No screen was there for him to brush off. And again, the pace of the game being dictated right now by the Bobcats. Carmel, one pass too many. Yeah, he was ready for the shot, and then he tried to force it. Felice behind the back, and no. Pretty move, no finish. Ball free. Bailey will pick it up. He's on the dead run. He's got a 3-on-1. Kimball, and boy, they're going to call an offensive foul. What a smart play by number 34, Jeff Moore. Yeah, he knew he couldn't do anything about the 2 men on the wings who were going to get the pass for the layup. So he just stood right in Bailey's way and took the charge. Valdez will take Bailey's spot. I don't believe that's 2 on Bailey, but they have it as 2 fouls on Bailey. Yeah, so Moore, we'll have to wait for a second. They're going to bring in Gary Harris. Yeah, the basket is not good. That's what they were checking on. So it stays 25-23. CSJ down by 2. Felice is coming on the ball game. Harris, 24, back in the ball game. Now Harris came in, ran the point last time he came in the basketball game, but right now they basically have 4 point guards in the game for the Bobcats. We got ourselves a ball game tonight. 25-23. Saints trailing, trying to find that intensity they had over the weekend against the 2 main teams. 3 ball, no. Ortega, weak side rebound, and he's looking to outlet down the court. The long pass wasn't there to go to Valdez. Valdez to Carmel. He'll fake the 3, drive, up, off the glass, and count it. Rui Carmel! The basket's good. We're tied at 25, and Carmel going to the line, trying to make it a 3-point play.
Ball's on number 34, Jeff Moore.
So Moore will pick up the foul, and that's going to be his first personal, team's 10th. Yeah, so Rui, usually pretty good from the free throw line. He'll step up there and get set for the first shot. And he's got it. 26-25. He'll finish off the play now with a nice made free throw. McCoy with Kimball on him. And I like the fact they went to the press to pick up the intensity, but they let it leak, and Harris up and got it. Boy, they broke that too easy. 27-26, and they broke the press relatively with no problem. Saints down 1, and again, clock down to 2:23. Carmel inside, and no. Rich Ortega, no. Rich Ortega, count the bucket, he got it. Ortega time. Yeah, Bass is good. He's going to the line. 28-27 Saints. But I tell you, they recognize the matchup down inside with Carmel, Harrington, and Ortega, and they don't have enough big bodies to take care of those 3 Saints, the Bobcats don't. And you can see all the offensive rebounds and then the putback, and that's going to be short, and the ball will come to Thorne. Thorne will turn and see Harrington come out to stop the ball along with Kimball. They'll get it in the corner, and if the catch was clean, he was going to shoot, but Harris mishandled the ball, and they'll have to reset the offense now. This is Noel up, and you could hear the hand on the ball. That was Carmel. They got the hand on the ball to Kimball. Yeah, Harrington up, tough shot foul. Oh, they call that offensive? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I tell you, there was no home cooking there. And I'll tell you, the defender was angled away from him. He was twisting his body, and Harrington didn't catch a break on that, and that'll become the second foul on Harrington. There's the catch by Noel, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Oh my God, they called that a block. Oh my goodness. I know that's an interpretive call, and it can go either way, but Valdez had camped out, taken a seat, changed his shirt, read a magazine. He was there so long before the guy came and hit him, and they called a blocking foul. So that's the 9th team foul on CSJ, the 2nd foul on Valdez, and the free throw will be good. So Noel will get a second shot here, and that's going to make it a tie ball game, 28-all. And at the scorers table will be Tim Reel. Tim Reel will be checking in at the scorers table for the Bobcats. And that will give them the lead back. It's seesawed back and forth, 29-28 right now. The Bobcats with the lead. Just a minute 48 to go in the half. And nobody with 3 fouls yet. That's not a problem. That's not an issue. And you see Valdez with Kimball going through. He got grabbed, no call on the play. They go to Ortega. He's below the free throw line, no good. It's a 1 and out, and they'll get the ball up to Thorne. Thorne. There's the acceleration, the duck underneath, and the basket. What a job by Thorne. 31-28, the Bobcats. And they'll get it off to Carmel. Carmel will put it on the floor. He'll penetrate. He'll whip the pass out to the lobby to Adam, and he didn't make the catch. Yeah, so we will have a turnover with 1:15 to go in the first half of play. They'll just bring the ball in the back court. McCoy now. So McCoy wants to come to the right side. He wanted to wave Thorne through and clear it out. There's the catch. Back. Harris. 27 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Ortega. Yeah. They're calling it backcourt. They're going to get together and see if it was actually touched. I think Ortega touched it. Okay, what they're saying, it hit Ortega, and then it hit the Bobcat player, and then it went in the backcourt. Okay, so they got together, talked it over, and that's the call. Like it or not, that's the call. Carmel to Valdez. A lot of moves there, and he'll come back to the side. Nice catch by Harrington. He'll put it on the floor. He'll go up in the air. Carmel fouled. Yeah, nice job of putting a lot of air underneath that pass to get inside to Carmel, and Rui will go to the line to shoot a couple. It's going to be the second foul on Moore, and 2 shots coming up for Rui Carmel. And the clock stopped at 44 seconds, 31-28 to score. First half action. Saints looking to get a little bit closer here with a couple made free throws. Then Rui Carmel will step to the line, and good Patience, shot up and got it. That'll make it a 31-29 ball game. So Rui all set here on his second shot. We'll go through his routine, sight the basket. And come up a little short. Moore will go over and chase it down. Yeah, and he didn't save it. He was right on the baseline, couldn't save it. He's trying to get the ball back inside the reel. And another technical foul. It's 2 technicals now on the Bobcats, one on 2 different players.
Technical foul.
So Moore will be called for the foul. Ortega will go to the line.
Ortega will shoot the penalty.
Yeah, and we'll get set for Ortega here. He shot the last technical foul, made both free throws, and he'll be off with that one. We'll stay at 31-29, so Ortega trying to salvage 1 and 2 here. And he'll have it. Yeah, so 31-30, Saints down by 1. And that's an issue they'll have to address. 2 technical fouls that's led to 3 points plus 2 possessions. And in a tight ball game, those 3 points off technicals could determine the ball game. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds by Harris. That's what Harrington now. He'll come over, snap the pass into Valdez. Valdez will lob the ball over to Kimball. He'll make the catch, come to the elbow, and they'll just recycle. Yep. Harrington, Kimball, weaves his way in, takes a little mid-range shot, no good. Ortega, up, and oh, Rich too hard off the glass. Ortega, one more time, he won't miss this time. Got it. And the lead will go back to the Saints now, 32-31, with just 16 seconds to go in the half. They'll lob the ball over to Felice, and he stepped on the corner out of bounds, and it'll become Saints basketball, so they can have a little mini run here. They've got a 1-point lead, a chance to extend it, and you can see Carmel come all the way back. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Oh, he stutter stepped to the baseline and floated it in, Carmel! And that's going to be the buzzer. A 34-31 halftime score. Saints with the lead over the Bobcats on Munger Vision. Coach, how you doing?
Good, Terry. How are
Pretty
you?
athletic move you get down here, huh?
Yeah.
Coach Lori Serrani, we're at CSJ. I know it's basketball right now, but you're going to talk about softball at CSJ, and it starts next week.
Yeah, we're going to try to work on a little conditioning this year. So next Tuesday and Thursday morning, I've asked the girls to meet up with me at 7 o'clock, and they're a little...
In the morning?
Yeah, in the morning. Yeah, they're not real thrilled, but I think it's really important. That's one of the things that was lacking last year, was that we didn't really implement a good training program. So we're going to see what we can do this year about that.
Now, do you know numbers yet, or turnout, or what are you anticipating for numbers?
I have only 2 girls that are not returning from last year, and I have at least 3, maybe 4 freshmen that are interested. So I'm looking at least 16, maybe 17.
All right, this is a team that did very well last year.
Yeah.
You go ahead and brag. It's okay.
Yeah. No, they were very good. We overall we finished 9-9, but we did win our conference and went out to Ohio to the regional tournament. And it's a goal again this year to win the conference. We have another team in the conference this year, SUNY Canton out of New York. So I think that's going to be kind of tough. I'm sure they've got good numbers, so we'll have to really polish up to beat them.
Okay, and then the other thing we want to really plug is coverage. CSJ is going to be on Channel 15 this year, so we'll have a little softball coverage.
Yeah.
We hope the weather's a little more cooperative than it was last year, but again, nice invitation. Come down right behind the school, the softball field.
Yep.
Not a bad seat in the house.
That's right.
And you catch softball action.
That sounds good.
Now, I see a lot of the basketball games.
Yeah.
Good first half. You have a little take on what we've seen so far? Or?
Of the guys' game?
Yeah.
I think they're going to pull ahead in the second half. I can see a lot of good moves out there, and I think they're a second half team.
Yeah, and they started to pump the ball down inside to the 3 big men. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And since I still don't have a budget, you stay right here and I'll shut the camera off. Okay?
Thanks, Jerry.
Right there, waiting impatiently. The Saints with the basketball, they have that 3-point lead, 34-31. They've got 3 points on technical foul shots made tonight. And again, that's big because that could become the difference in the ball game, plus a couple possessions in there. So Bailey and Parada, same starting five. Harrington with the touch. He's going to dump the ball down inside to Carmo. He'll make the grab, wrestle it away, and got Ortega called for the 3-second count, so they'll turn the ball over on their first possession. And towards the end of that first half, the Saints started to really just religiously pump the ball down inside to the three big men, Ortega, Harrington, and Carmo. And then they kind of found something that worked there. Right now they're looking for a defensive stop, and this is Noel with the basketball. He'll just bring it up to McCoy. McCoy, number 13. He's got 1 3-ball, so they have to extend the defense on him and respect the shot from the outside. Thorne, Noel, he'll take it off the dribble, up, and oh, what a great move. What a great move. And again, they just played up top and just kept this defense stretching and kind of lulled them to sleep, and they'll make it a 34-33 Saints lead. They're going to be looking at zone defense coming out here in the second half. A lot of quickness on top of that zone with Thorne, Noel, and McCoy up top. We'll go down to Carmo. He'll turn and get it. Rui down inside. We'll get the bucket. 36-33, CSJ with the lead. McCoy matched up against Harrington, and he'll take him to the hole. He just brought him up top and went by him. You would think, looking at that size difference, that would favor Tyler, but it doesn't. And that almost dropped. It's going to be a blocking foul called, and it's just a matter of was it on the floor or will it be shots. And 2 shots. So Foster will be called for the foul. And Oscar Parada will be at the line. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Foster. That's big because it happens with 18:42 still left in the second half of play. Parada at the free throw line for CSJ will be up and no. Kind of rushed it. He'll take his time and get reset now. And again, CSJ basketball on PEG TV Channel 15 Sports. 1 more home game left. Fisher College. And that'll be a great ball game. You got plenty of heads up to get set and come down and watch the game right here in person. 37-35 CSJ. And that's McCoy into the front court. Saints will show you a lot of different looks. Remember that first half, they did extend the defense into the backcourt. And I'm sure before this night's over, we'll see several looks again and some full court press. It's going to be McCoy, and they'll just rotate it around. Little contrast to styles, like I said, the Saints want to play a little bit higher tempo, and the Bobcats want to kind of milk it out and have possessions, half-court possessions. Parada had a shot blocked going along the baseline, and now we've got tempo going the other way. Noel sees the numbers aren't there. He'll pull it out, and he'll let the defense retreat, get set, and let the offense get into position here for, like we'll see up top, the motion up top. There it is. They'll stretch the floor out. Bring the ball down in the corner. There's the ball fake, the acceleration, and boy, Rui Carmo definitely changed that shooter's mind. And it's going to be Bailey coming out of the pack with it. Bailey slides the ball into Carmo, off the glass and in. Nice push down the floor by Bailey, then the finish on that side there by Carmo. 39-35, CSJ lead up by 4, 17-34 to go in the basketball game. That's going to be out of play, and Garrett Brewer with the hands of stone down there. No, he does a good job. Baseball is more his game, so Brewer love to pick on him during the game. That's on the floor, and that's going to be saved. Nice job. Shot up and no. Rebound. McCoy tipped it to Thorne. He'll set up. Nope, I thought he was going to take the 3-ball. He's going to bring it back out. They had the new shot clock to work with. Thorne in, had a block from behind, got a late whistle, and a foul called. Bailey will pick up the foul, and I'm thinking 3. No, first. No, that's not right. He had a foul in the first half. It's at least 2 on him. And they want somebody on the baseline. It's going to be Noel taking the ball out of bounds. Oh, you know what I think it was? I'm wondering if it's a contact lens, but Felice will come in number 3 and take Thorne's spot. So Felice in the ball game. Now, Felice, you can't let him roam the perimeter, because remember he had a couple 3-balls there out in that first half, and he's a shooter. His job off the bench is just that, to hit the 3-ball. McCoy, they'll swing it. Foster staying in the ball game with 3 fouls. Felice, he will get it in the corner. Nice catch by Noel, and they'll just work the perimeter. And this has been their game style. Stretch the floor. There's the baseline. There's the ball fake. There's the foul. Perfect. Half-court offense. And if that's Harrington, that's going to be his 3rd, I believe. Yeah, 3 on Harrington. Foster at the line. And that's the first Saint to have 3 personal fouls in the basketball game. And so Foster, with the clock stopped at 16:55 in the second half, will get that shot. They'll rattle in there. Yeah, so he's down to 1 shot now. The lead's down to 3, 39-36 CSJ. And he'll get them both, 39-37, and here comes Bailey. He'll turn, nothing but hardwood in front of him. There's no press in the backcourt. Bailey over the timeline, Bailey between circles, and he'll give it off on the elbow to Parada. While they had Harrington open on the far side, didn't give him the basketball. Ortega will pull it down from the free throw line, and Saints have been forced into this half-court offensive game to match the Bobcats, and that's going to be Harrington. Again, they let him get down to the free throw line, and he just went up strong and made the bucket. 41-37 CSJ. See Bailey come out to contest McCoy, and McCoy with the catch. McCoy wants to go inside, and that's going to be blocked from behind. Oh, what a late whistle. I'm not saying it's not a foul, but boy, there's just such a delay in the whistle.
Ball whistle number 33, Rich Ortega.
So Ortega will pick up the foul. That's what I missed was the foul. It's going to be on Ortega and Real at the line. 2 shots coming up. And he'll be off on that first one. A little hard and long. Kimball and Durkee in the ball game for CSJ. Parada and Ortega will sit down. And I believe that's Thorne at the score. Yeah, it is Thorne at the scores table, and he'll be set to check in for the Bobcats. Looks like he's coming in for the shooter, Real. Yeah, and they'll allow him to come in now. So he'll come in for Real, number 33. And with Thorne, I think it was just a contact lens issue. He had to get his contact lens put back in. Lead down to 3, 41-38, 16:20 to go in the second half of play. You're watching CSJ basketball on PEG TV. Bailey looking at that 2-3 zone, and again, it's been not the pace that they like to play at. They know how to play half court, but they've got runners and gunners. And boy, Harrington, he's finding some success over on his matchup on that side of the zone, and he scored the last 4 points for the Saints. Foster looking for the backdoor cut, and he got it, and it's set on the rim and wouldn't drop. Carmel with the rebound, 43-38 CSJ. There's the crossover. Bailey has the ball slapped away from behind, and Thorne's going to get the foul. Got him, yeah, there's the call. And Dudek will come back in the ball game. He'll replace Foster. Dudek will wear 44 for the Bobcats. Paul Smith's College out there in the dark green uniforms. That's Rui Carmel in the white for the Saints. He'll bring it into Harrington. Harrington got the ball stuck on the hip. He's able to get it off, go to Bailey. They want to go down inside to Carmel. They'll kick the basketball, and it'll be out of bounds, and they should recycle and shot clock. And Harrington will go down along the baseline, and Tyler will bring the ball into play. We'll set the box formation up, and Carmel in the corner. Carmel against McCoy, and they'll go down to Harrington, and boy, they're just recognizing the matchup so well. Both Carmel and Harrington with a sizable, big size advantage, and also the fact they're very athletic. 45-38. They're going to force the Bobcats to change up defensively here. Yeah, timeout called by the Bobcats. They're going to take a full timeout, so it'll be a timeout Bobcats. 45-38, the Saints with the lead, and 15 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the second half. Boy, he'll be bringing the ball into play for the Bobcats. And they're only down 7, but it's been the way, the methodical march down inside that the Saints have been able to pump in these lead points, and we'll see what changed defensively when Saints get the basketball back that the Bobcats have made. That's Felice with the ball to the free throw, the running one-hander, and goes for Felice. That was pretty. To Harrington. He'll come back, he'll go up, and count it. Harrington is on fire here in the second half of play. Yeah, he just can't miss right now. 47-40, and they're going to allow Ortega to come in for Rui Carmel. So Rich Ortega in the basketball game. Yeah, they put Kimball down on the box, and that's what they're going to sit with. Okay. That's what Harrington will step up there. He's trying to complete a three-point play and put the lead at 8. Each team with 3 team fouls apiece, and that foul was called on Felice, his first personal. Harrington having a big night, and did they turn it over? Yes, they did. On an inbounds pass, they just turned the ball over, and that is big because the Saints with a chance now to take the first double-digit lead of the evening. Harrington's just a blast to watch. Always intense. And they'll wrap the pass around, stolen away. Here comes Thorne. Thorne will go up and can't get the leaner. Durkee with the rebound, off the ball. Valdez checking his rearview mirror. Oh, he knew traffic was coming to go to Harrington. There's a bump and it didn't drop. Rebound will be tipped out to Felice, and he'll bring the ball back to McCoy. Great action up and down the floor there in that last sequence by both sides. They're going to run up top in the well. The well now picked up by Durkee. Kimball read the pass, just got there late. Felice will flip it out to McCoy, and you got a couple snipers on the perimeter in Felice and McCoy. Shot clock down to 11 seconds right now. Up high, the kickback. Felice will let it fire, and got it! Felice now with 3 threes in the ball game. And they ran the clock right down around the 3-second mark. That's what they want, a possession game. Kimball with the basketball, and he hasn't had no room to actually get his shot away. It's going to be up, and the finish down inside by Durkee. That took a good home team bounce right there. It ends up in Durkee's hands. And coach right now talking about that 3-point shooter, and he wants to get his defense to extend out on Felice. It's 50-43, a 7-point lead for the Saints with 13:36 to go in the basketball game. That's Kimball coming out to be physical up top now with Felice. They'll flip the ball back. Noel with the catch. He'll get to the elbow. He'll pull it back out as Durkee. They've extended the defense. He palmed the basketball. Twice tonight they've caught the Bobcats for that. Once on Thorne, once on Noel. And Durkee will come out, and Carmel will come in and take his spot. So Rui Carmel, 31, back out there in the basketball game for CSJ. And Harrington Valdez to Kimball. Boy, Kimball sliding all over the place. Down inside, Ortega on the floor once and had the shot blocked from behind. And it's going to be picked up by Kimball. He'll keep it alive to Ortega. He'll get it to Carmel. Up, ducks underneath. Got it, Rui! Tell you what, that Harrington and Carmel combination going to be tough to beat. They're clicking right now. It's 52-43, CSJ by 9. They're going to flick it out and travel. There's the call, and boy, I tell you, Thorne went down hard and getting up. No, not getting up. He's still down on the floor, and he went down hard. And he's going to, looks like he's going to stay in the ball game. He is. So that turnover, and here comes CSJ. Chance to get that double-digit lead, and Carmel traveled. He did. He slid and picked up the back foot. That's a good call, and it'll be a turnover. And Dudek is going to come to the side, almost right in front of the CSJ bench, and that's where he'll put the ball into play. And Bailey back in for Valdez for CSJ. So Bailey will take back over the point guard position. And 24 Harris in the basketball game for the Bobcats. See McCoy with the little flick off to Felice, and Bailey's going to come right out and play him tight. He's a shooter, and that's what they talked about. Harrington with the steal to throw it into the front court to Kimball, and finish! What a play by Harrington. The steal, and he threw it out with the intentions of what happened right there. Kimball to run right the basketball and lay it up and in. Felice with the touch, 12-16 to go in the ballgame. It's an 11-point lead for CSJ. Real kicks it out. McCoy, no. Hard off the back of the iron, and it's going to be picked up off the floor by Bailey, and Bailey's was going to pump a long pass in the front court to Kimball. Blocking foul. Good call. He was a leaner. He got caught leaning, and Felice will pick up the foul. No shots fall on the floor. Only the 4th team foul. So Harrington fakes inside, comes outside. They want to bring the ball all the way across court to Kimball. Kimball will go up, 3-ball, and no! They're going to call a foul, I believe. I'm waiting for the, nope, they're going to say the ball was out of bounds off from CSJ. So Harris, just into the ball game, will bring the ball into play to McCoy. McCoy will slide over and fill that point guard spot. And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Bobcats with 11:48 to go. 54-43 CSJ. 48 to go. You got to start thinking about the White Birch Realty player of the game. They'll get the ball in the corner, and Felice, no. There's Carmel with the rebound. He's looking to outlet the basketball. Childs just in the ball game took a big header on the far side. Looks all right. Carmel with the kickoff. Childs to Ortega, and they'll bring it back to Bailey. He'll go to the basket. Got it. Great passing. Great passing. Yeah, and there's same warning about touching the ball when it comes through the cylinder. That was good. Good passing all the way around. You can see McCoy up top being ridden by Bailey. They'll get it in the corner, and Harris will go to the hole, take the bump, and yeah, shot would have counted. Childs on the floor. He'll be assessed the foul. Yeah, 5 definitely got the foul, and 2 shots coming up for Harris.
Childs going to the line for Paul Smith, number 24, Gary Harris.
So Harris puts the ball down for a few dribbles, will sight the basket, and got it. 57-44 CSJ. That one's good also. Again, no pressure in the backcourt. Harrington gets set to check in at the scores table for CSJ. Ortega with the touch will go to Bailey. They'll swing it off to Childs. Childs. Bailey, they're being patient. There's a backdoor cut to Carmo on the pass. Got wedged almost between the basket and the hand. And here comes McCoy. There's a lob to Felice, and he wants to come off the screen all the way back up top. From the elbow, no. Yeah, it's going to be out of bounds. Yeah, I hit the support cable on the backboard, and they'll be out of play. And looks like, yeah, Kimball's going to come out of the ball game, and they're going to bring Harrington to replace Kimball. So CSJ in the white uniforms with the lead with 10:42 to go in the contest. They'll go to Ortega and get it off to Harrington. He'll fade and got it. Can't miss. 60-45, and the big man can't miss. Harris got to the baseline and kicks it back. Nice ball fake. They'll kick it off on Felice. Nope. And it's going to be recovered. New shot clock out there for the Bobcats. They don't use a lot of it. That's a bucket outside by Harris. More in the ball game, 34 also for the Bobcats. See Bailey being picked up at the top of that zone defense by McCoy. And they'll just let Childs now hold it on the edge. There's the baseline, there's the give back. Childs up, blocked, rejected. Bailey will tip it to himself, go behind the back. Oh, that's great. Ortega foul. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't take a lot of contact from Rich to knock it down. So he will be assessed the foul, and that will stop the clock with 9:46. 60-48 to score. CSJ had the lead, and that's going to bring Heiser back in the basketball game for the Saints. 9:37, and this is Harris with the ball. He's going to go down to McCoy. Moore, like I said, 34 in the ball game. This is Felice. They'll play toss and catch, and this has been their offense. So just bring the clock down and go from all the way corner to Dudek, and nope. He was falling backwards when he took the shot, and it's going to be saved. No, it's a great effort, but the ball will go out of bounds. And that's going to be Heiser now will check in for Ortega. Moore with that attempt at save on the baseline. And no pressure getting in the backcourt. Bailey and Valdez have done a nice job tonight running the half-court offense for CSJ. That's Childs with the catch. They go inside to Harrington. Oh, you look at where he caught the ball, right on the sweet spot, down about 2 feet from the basket. And it's pretty hard to stop a man that big down inside with the ball when he's that close. So Harrington will go back to the free throw line. Can have a massive basketball game as Harrington. And again, he's been pretty good from the line tonight. He'll sight it up and he will knock it down.
Now checking in, number 5, Jimmy Noel, number 42, Corey Foster, number 10, Floyd Thorne, also number 33, Tim Reel.
Now you heard the switches, Reel, Thorne, Foster, and Noel in the basketball game for the Bobcats in dark green uniforms. Got it. Harrington will get them both. 62-48, the lead now goes up to 14. You can see them right on the edge out top. That's where they've been running most of this offense. So just weave it around, take the shot clock down. There's Thorne to catch, the slide along the baseline, the finger roll no good, and the rebound will come down and be controlled by Bailey, and that's who's going to run the ball down anyway. So a nice job by Bailey, and he'll bring it into the front court. He'll work between circles, go between the legs, behind the back, show you all his moves, bring it off to Carmel. Carmel to Harrington. He wants it, and he's got it. He is just unbelievable right now. He's already been the White Birch Realty Player of the Game, but I got to tell you, I might break the rules here. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. I don't know how he couldn't get the Player of the Game right now. I'll work on it. We'll follow Tyler back. It's going to be a Bobcat timeout. So that's real 33. He's looking to bring the ball and play. That was a Bobcat timeout. And again, no lead is safe. Remember the Fort Kent game when they were up by so much and CSJ came all the way back and almost won a game. Real will make the basket. So after that timeout, they were able to get the dividends of the steal in the bucket. 65-50, 15-point lead for the Saints. And Childs will kick the ball back out to Heiser, and Heiser will find Bailey. Bailey, they'll get set now. They've got a little helter-skelter, and when you're playing half-court offense, you've got to be on the same page and orchestrate the cuts, the screens, and the picks. And the motion, Childs improvised, went inside, and got it! Childs! That was creativity. They'll go long distance to get it to Noel. That's Heiser in the basketball game, number 10. And Heiser asked for help and got defensive help, and there's the dish along the baseline to Foster, up and got it. Foster got positioned down low, was patient, very patient. And Childs got beat to the spot, and that's going to be picked up by Thorne. And Thorne now is getting any runs possible here. I mean, all they got to do is put together a couple buckets of stops, and oh, that hurts that one. They had the baseline open, they got it to Noel. It was a catchable ball, went off his hands out of bounds. So Carmel will fake one side, come back to Bailey, and he'll get it to Childs. Childs into the front court, and that's going to be a blocking foul. Thorne got leaning toward his left. Childs with that quick explosion to the hole.
Blocking foul wasn't on number 10, Floyd Thorne.
Yeah, what Tyler is asking is the foul situation, and it's not the shooting foul yet. This is going to be Carmel up top. He'll come to Bailey. Bailey will hold the ball out. Bailey wants the screen. Carmel set it. Carmel rolled to the hole, and they didn't give him the basketball back. He was pretty much covered. He ends up with it. Now he gets it! Oh, Carmel! And Harrington just doing a job tonight. And the point guards, doing a nice job of actually finding them, not because they usually don't, but just doing a nice job of feeding the basketball. It's going to be caught by Harris. He'll bring it back outside to Thorne. Thorne will slide the ball to the side to Noel. 3-ball up and got it! 69-55, 6 minutes to go, 6.5 minutes to go, and they're going to come back to Carmel. Yeah, they're telling them to get in the middle of the court. Harrington won't shoot this time. Heiser will give the ball all the way back to Bailey, and Bailey will look to the bench, get the play call, and he'll run the play now that they did call out from the bench. 6:17 the clock running, 69-55 CSJ. Carmel, Heiser, that's a defensive kick on Foster. Yeah, they put 15 on the shot clock. And then you see right down in the corner of the CSJ Athletic Complex, Tyler Harrington. Forced to come up to Carmel. Nice grab by Carmel. Carmel went to throw the ball out of bounds from Thorne, but it becomes a foul on Thorne. And it's a push call. That's going to be 4 fouls on Thorne. And that now becomes the 7th foul, and that'll be the 1-and-1 for CSJ. So they'll be shooting the rest of the night. And Ortega and Parada will be coming in the basketball game for CSJ. Parada is going to replace Heiser, and Ortega must be coming in for the shooter. Yeah. And Dudek, number 44, will be coming in for Foster for the Paul Smith College squad. So the Bobcats will make the switch with Dudek down low. 4 fouls on Thorne, and he went to the bench. Yeah, so Carmel up, and no. Rebound will come down to Noel. Noel will get it and bring it down himself, and there's the pass in the corner. Thorne is not on the bench, he was just talking on the bench. Yeah, he's in the ball game, and he got fouled. Childs will get the foul, and that is the 6th foul. Okay, so Ortega will come in. Carmel will come out. It's a 14-point lead with 6 minutes to go. Real will take the ball out of bounds on the baseline. And yeah, they just get into Noel. There's the ball fake. Baseline taken away. He'll come up top. Dudek with the fake. Goes to the free throw line, and no. Noel fakes foul. Nice job. Nice job by Noel. Yeah, Parada called for the foul. 2 shots coming up for Noel.
Also number 25, Oscar Parada. On the line shooting for the Bobcats is number 5, Jimmy Noel.
Yeah, so Noel all set. And no. Boy. Oh, that hurts when they're trying to make a comeback here. Each team with 17 fouls. That's Parada's second. And the lead stays at 14. Got the second one, though. Now they need stops. They need turnovers and stops. And Bailey back in the basketball game, or still in the basketball game. He'll race down the sideline, dribble back out of the traffic. They'll come all the way back to the logo, keep the dribble alive. Harris will pick him up 24. And that 5 count running. Yeah, now they break it because he backed up. There's the pressure. Bailey wanted the defender to come out and contest him just for that reason. Bailey, great job. That's just using your talent. That's isolating your talent. Knocked away by Bailey to Parada, picked up by Ortega. And Rich will pivot, plant, and get the ball. Squirts it out to Bailey. Parada will just stand there and create a small screen. And here comes Bailey back down the floor. Just tremendous point guard, Bailey. Harrington with the 1 touch. We'll go back to Childs. He's isolated. He'll get inside. There's the dish, the ball fake, and travel. Yeah, Rich with the slide of the foot and got called for the travel. 5 minutes straight up to go in the basketball game. 71-56 CSJ. Looking for another conference win here on their home court. And that will skip on a few bounces all the way across the court to Noel, to Dudek, and he's hard off the glass. Ball tipped around. It'll come down to Ortega. It was Harrington that kept the ball alive, and a little behind the back pass will come down now and be controlled by Bailey, and Bailey will match up against Thorne in the backcourt. Keeps the dribble going, and don't forget there's great catch out there by Coach Graffam. Oh, I tell you, he's still got it. Yep. And now Felice will come in for Harris for Paul Smith. See Harrington right there staying near the scorer's table, getting set. Real on him, number 33. He'll try to deny the inbounds pass, and they're going to allow McCoy to come in. So McCoy will take Real spot, so we're going to get a little more outside shooting. With McCoy. They got a hold on Thorne, and that's going to be 5 fouls. So that'll be the 5th foul. He'll be gone. Yeah, so that's 5 on him, 8 on the team. Yeah, so they're going to bring Thorne out of the ball game. So they're going to lose a lot of offense with Thorne.
On the line for CSJ number 22, Rich Bailey.
So Loomis is going to come in the ball game, number 24. He'll replace Childs. And Real is going to come back in and check in. All right, so we're all set with everything paperwork-wise, and Bailey will be at the free throw line. He'll get set to put the shots up.
Penetration kick out, box out.
So Bailey and the Saints up by 15. And that's going to make it 16. (72-56). Second shot as good as the first shot. So McCoy to Noel. Thorne's out of the ballgame with the 5 fouls. Nice catch by Dudek. Great pass, actually, to get down there. Real trying to keep it alive, and we got a jump ball called. And Bailey, they're looking at the arrow. Bailey got up upset, and I'm not sure what happened in that scrum, but he didn't like it. Jump ball. And green basketball. Okay, so Bobcats will have the basketball. And they'll go all the way back, and that's going to be Noel with a leaping grab. Bailey right on him, and Reel up and got it! 3-pointer by Reel with 4:16 to go in the basketball game. Now you can see Parada came back, made himself available for the pass, and Oscar will break the timeline. And Oscar will turn back to the inside, do a complete spin. And now he'll just take a tour of the gym, bring it back outside, and Parada to Harrington. Harrington with a massive basketball game has hit threes, he's driven to the hole, he's canned his free throws, and he's looked awful good. Bailey working down against Noel, and he's been able to break him down quite a bit today. And whistle, and oh. Wait for the call, because Bailey will be called for the gentlest charge of the night. There'll be no shots. That's a player control foul. And they're going to bring Rui Carmel back in the basketball game for CSJ, and Rui is going to replace Ortega. And Dudek and McCoy in the back court, just waiting to bring the ball into play with 3:42 to go in the basketball game. Well, the Ray Birch Realty player of the game. And right now it's just still up in the air. Might have to change the criteria here. Felice with the basketball, and that was tipped. That won't be a backcourt. Noel will pick it. Oh, it will be. Yeah, Noel with the touch, and Saints will have the basketball. And they're going to have, I'm waiting for Harrington. There's Tyler, and Tyler will bring the ball into play for CSJ. That's Rui with the touch. He'll go back to Rich Bailey. And again, good all-around team effort. Took them a while to get comfortable in a half-court set, and then they figured it out with about 8 minutes to go in the first half of play. They were able to punch the ball down inside to Carmel and to Harrington and Rich Ortega, and that pretty much was the game plan in the second half, and it worked out very well. So McCoy, long-distance pass, tipped by Carmel, goes out of bounds, and would be CSJ basketball. Worked good. Yeah, just taped to the wall, yeah. We're going to have a 30-second timeout with 3:11 to go in the basketball game, and we'll see the Saints gather around our head coach, Jim Graffam. Play Dudek will be on the pass, and they're looking to get it to Bailey, and they'll have Loomis come back. Bailey was denied the basketball, and Loomis got in all kinds of trouble. Dudek, little dish to bounce, and can't get the finish. That actually might have been tipped by Parada, up by Dudek. No good, tipped again, and it's good. Tell you what, that was hard work on the boards. Harrington with the grab off the deflection. He'll cross the timeline, and Harrington now will slow the ball down. And Bailey being patient with McCoy. They bring 3 players above the free throw line. What that does is clears out a lot of the paint area. Bailey, like that. They cleared it out. The defense followed, and that opened it up for Loomis on the cut. He'll make it 75-61, 2.5 minutes to go in the basketball game. Felice fires, no, rims out, rebound. Tell you what, that's pretty good collision between 2 guys in the same color uniform out there, and it's going to be green basketball. So reset the shot clock back to 35. Yeah, Lewis Watkins in the basketball game. He'll replace Oscar Parada. They'll turn, and no. Reel took the shot. Loomis will get the rebound, and CSJ just 2 minutes away from getting the win here on their home court in this conference game against Paul Smith College. And Bailey, little fake left, little fake right, and then he'll break the timeline. He'll go behind the back just for good measure. And you can see him set it up now. Bailey with Felice on him. Bailey, yeah, goes inside to Carmel, stops short, no good. Well set, just didn't finish. Watkins on the gamble. Felice now with a 3-on-1 will give the ball off. There's the shot, foul. Great action. They got it down the floor, got the foul, stops the clock with 1:44 to go, and
Foul number 22, Rich Bailey.
yeah, Bailey will pick up the foul.
On the line, shooting 2 for the Bobcats is number 5, Jimmy Noel.
So as they get set here for this shot.
Now checking in for the
Stay 75-61, and 0 coming in for the Bobcats will be Mike Barber. And he's going to replace Felice. Felice very effective off the bench. And And that's going to be good by Noel.
Jimmy Noel.
There's the catch by Watkins. He'll just bring the ball back to Bailey, and Bailey will be isolated against the trap, throw over the top of it, get to Watkins to Harrington. He'll accelerate and got stripped going up, and it's going to be Saints basketball with 24 on the shot clock, a minute 35 on the game clock. They're going to bring back in Durkee will come in the ball game, and he's going to replace Carmel. So Carmel will come out. Another good effort by Rui Carmel. Harrington will pop out, get the basketball, and Watkins will have it. Watkins lost it, yep. You can see the spin, and the ball slapped away. That's not going to be a backcourt. It was touched by the defensive player. Noel now will go down inside and up and in by Real, and we got a timeout called by Paul Smith College with a minute 17 to go. They got the lead down to 11. Yeah, she's saying trying to get the ball into play. They'll get into Bailey and get that lead down to 11. Boy, and Fort Kent starts coming line. There's going to be a foul. Real will foul Watkins. Watkins will head to the line. And that is going to be...
Foul whistle on number 33, Tim Real.
They're checking to see if it's a double bonus. Yeah, so it's still a 1-and-1. So Watkins will head to the line.
For the Wildcats, number 24, Gary Harris.
You can stay tuned after the contest for the post-game show of the White Birch Realty Player of the Game.
Lewis Watkins.
And that was hard out of the hand and it was long. And so the fall was good, a minute 10 to go, and the shot clock will give you at least a couple more possessions. They're going to go inside. Oh, Dudek all alone. Nobody found him. 75-66, 1 minute to go, and Harrington's going to bring the ball into play. Now we're going to have a timeout called by CSJ. Parada's going to be coming in the basketball game when they get back from this timeout. Yeah, so 58 seconds left in the basketball game and not quite settled yet. And you can see they brought Prada in to bring the ball into play. They'll have to call a timeout. They couldn't get the ball in, and they're making them work hard to get these final 58 seconds in the book to get the win. Again, same setup. Prada with the ball, Dudek with it, and I just have Tyler Harrington turn, and he broke down the court, and that pass will be caught by Watkins, and he'll be fouled. Felice had to commit the foul to stop the clock. And they fouled Watkins, who missed the last 1-and-1, front end of the 1-and-1. But this is the 10th foul, so they get 2 shots right now, so Watkins will go to the line.
Shooting the double bonus for the Fighting Saints is number 11, Lewis Watkins.
Yeah, so Watkins taking his time and got it. Much better release that time. Lead back at 10. And been a good ball game tonight. Been a real good ball game. That'll rim out. So 1 of 3 from the line is Watkins, and McCoy to Felice, and no. Up and yes, the follow-up. I don't believe they have any more timeouts. And Paul Smith College, C. Parada will curl out with 41 seconds to go. They'll get it to Loomis, up, and Loomis will get it. And that was probably the ball game. Yeah, and I think I'm going to have to break the criteria down. Yep, and I'm going to have to give Tyler Harrington his second player of the game just because he was just awesome. Yeah, so we're going to have a hold foul. Parada will be at the line. That's going to stop the clock with 28 seconds to go.
Now on the line, turning the double bonus for CSJ, number 25, Oscar Parada.
Yeah, so we're going to pull everybody but Loomis off from the box right now, and we'll see on the second shot if they even pull him off. So Parada will get the bounce and get it to drop. Now Loomis will come off now. And got 28.2 seconds to go in the basketball game. 79-68 CSJ. Got it. Parada will get them both, and Shot clock's off, and McCoy will pick it up, and the last thing the Saints want to do is foul, and that's what they were told by the coach. Do not foul. McCoy to Felice, to the bucket, no. And the rebound tipped around by Dudek, and they'll just give the shot up uncontested. Oh, and he got fouled. Bailey got fouled being ridden down the sideline, and yeah. So Nakamura and Bailey will go to the line with 10.7 seconds to go.
Also number 5, Jimmy Noel. Rich Bailey, number 22, going to the line for CSJ to shoot a pair.
So Bailey, the senior, will get it up and in. He'll have one more as it goes 81-70 CSJ. And the bench up in anticipation of the win. Got it. Yeah, they're going to make them come up. They want to pressure the basketball. And they're going to just let Harris go up, and shot was blocked. They just let him go do it. So it'll be an 82-70 Saints win. Tyler Harrington will be the player of the game. Realty Player of the Game. First time this has happened. You're the first player to win the award twice.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, there's no way you couldn't get it tonight. A little different game than I anticipated. Did you guys expect to slow it down, half-court style of play from Paul Smith College?
Well, right in the beginning, they got off and ran on us. I threw a bad pass, obviously, and they ended up in a dunk. And I think that set the tempo for them for the rest of the game, which wasn't good. But so we made a run there in the beginning of the first half, but we ended up slowing it down close to the end of the first half, and that hurt us. But we came right out in the second half and did what we had to do.
Yeah, so toward the end of the first half, like in the last 4.5 minutes, it seemed like the philosophy changed. You were getting the ball inside, Rui was, Rich was. It seemed like the guards were told, was that thing, get it down inside to the big men?
It was mentioned, but the big thing was just for people to move around. The first half we were stagnant on offense. We weren't moving around like we should have been, setting screens, but in the second half we were doing that, and we were finding open people and making good passes.
Yeah, I don't know what you ended up with for points, but there was a stretch where I had you for like 10 or 12 in a row. What happened to you? What did you feel? I mean, why was it going tonight?
People were setting screens and throwing good passes to me, and all I had to do was put in the hoop.
That's all you had to do.
That's all I had to do.
Because you were hitting threes, you were putting it on the floor, driving by him, you were asking for the ball, you're doing it defensively. Don't cool off. We need you to be like
all right, we'll do.
All right?
I'll try.
It's going to be a long road trip. We
yes,
won't
it is.
see
It will.
Fisher College
I know there's a lot of games.
Yeah,
it's the last home game.
Do you change your preparation for this long road trip, or do you just stay the way you have all year?
Just stay the way. Just stay the way, and we'll. I mean, the first semester that's all we had was away games. So I mean, this is nothing new, and we know what we have to do. We have to come back with most of them as wins to set the tone for the rest of the conference.
I'm going to hold you to that. Then.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see if we get another shirt for you.
All right, sounds good.
I'll get the camera.
All right.